Today I want to show you how we will get ourselves a utility knife that's not only good looking, but also quite sharp and reusable. At least the blades are reusable. Occasionally I'm getting some packages and I always used to abuse my scraper for my 3D print bed, which is really sharp, though it doesn't feel really comfortable because I have to hold it at a 90-degree angle to cut the packages open. This is easily fixable though. Firstly, I wanted to create a knife myself in CAD and SolidWorks, but honestly it takes a lot of time to design the knife. But I was still quite up to the challenge and I thought, why not look for some inspiration on Thingiverse, and that's where I scrolled. After some scrolling, I found various different designs that were all looking really good, but there was one design that stood out a lot. And this is where I found the Overtech design. It's really awesome, looks good, would be probably something that I would have done myself, and it's already there. I don't have to design it, it's free to use, and it's perfectly fine and amazing, and I decided not to design it on my own and just use this design. And this is where I love Thingiverse. There are already tons of designs to choose from and you don't have to design everything on your own, because it takes a lot of time. Sometimes it's fun to do the work on your own, but this time it's just not worth it. This design is really cool because you can have a cool two-way color combination on your knife and use whatever color you have on hand and whatever color you want to use. Once we download all the files that are provided by the link in the description, we will have to start importing them into our preferred slicer that we use for our 3D printer. The first two things that we're going to print are the two knife handles. And this is the first color that we want to use. In my case, I want to use white knife handles, I think. Once I change the color to white, or the color that you would like, we will just send the file to the printer. Which I really like about my Bamboo Lab is really easy. Just click on send, the printer will get the file and start printing. Awesome, our knife handle scales are printed and are done, and now we're gonna change over to the rest of the parts that I will do in a cool black color. And this is the Prusament PLA Galaxy. In my opinion, best filament out there, looks the best, has the best finish. Just 10 out of 10, can totally recommend it. After all the prints are finished, these are all the parts that we need, and now it's time to assemble everything. Since this part is pretty much self-explanatory, I will have a time-lapse playing with some nice music underneath it. Unfortunately, after testing the knife a few times, it always kept breaking on the hinge mechanism. This is completely my fault though, because I printed the parts in the wrong material and in the wrong infill. After a few reiterations and a few reprints, I printed it in PETG instead of the recommended ABS, but it totally works fine. All I can recommend for you guys is that PLA does not do the trick. After reprinting all the parts and reassembling the knife, it totally works. Well, this is our self-made utility knife with an interchangeable blade. And I think, in my opinion, this knife looks really awesome, really amazing, does a great job. It is really sharp, and if you're not really satisfied with the sharpening anymore, you can just switch out the blade.